Okay. Hopefully, hopefully this is working. Hopefully this is working. Sound check. Levels. Good, I think. Turn them up a little bit. Test, test, test. Thank you. Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Matthew, and this is Museum Makers Live, a new YouTube show where we talk about science and technology from inside the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences while playing everyone's favorite game, Minecraft. This is a little unlike other game shows in which we're not just playing a video game, but we're here to talk to you about it. We're here to answer any questions that you might have about science, nature, the environment, technology, or anything nerdy. Because I myself, Matthew, and Audrey, the coordinator of this lab, we're museum makers and we are science nerds. In fact, the space that I'm in right now, this is a lab called the Viz Lab. The Viz Lab is a lab that is free. In fact, the whole museum, the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, is free for anyone to visit. All state museums in North Carolina are free. And it's a world-class museum that covers the environment and wildlife of North Carolina, the plants and the animals, but also, especially in this building I'm in right now, covers the science of how we know what we know. The Viz Lab in particular uses its exhibits to teach about science, but also the makerspace, of which I am in right now, to teach everyone how they can make things. So if you've ever been interested in coding or electronics or 3D printing, using things like Arduinos and Raspberry Pis, we do all of that. And we're happy to talk to you about any of that, either here in the chat or live in person. Because like I said, we are open 6 days a week. The hours are on the museum website, so if you ever want to come check us out, please do. We also teach classes and do summer camps and all the things that you typically see at museums. So please come visit us. So what are we going to be doing in this episode? Well, each episode we do a field expedition where we visit a biome to talk about what lives in that biome. And then we move on to the museum. You see you are about to see the museum in Minecraft that we have been building from scratch, a one-to-one replica of the North Carolina Museum of Natural Science. So why don't we go ahead and get into Minecraft and get this show started? And here we are. Right there. There's Audrey. There I am. The building that we are in front of is the Nature Research Center. In downtown Raleigh, there are two buildings, the Nature Research Center and the Nature Exploration Center off to the side there. There are other buildings in other locations in North Carolina, but these are the ones downtown and the ones we've started building. When we're done building this inside and out, then we will release it online for others to download as well. Okay. So Audrey, would you like to talk about what we're going to be doing, where we're going to be taking a field trip to today?
Sure. We are going to be exploring a tropical rainforest. So the jungle biome in Minecraft. But our jungle biome has been messed with a little bit. We have a variety of different mods, which should put in the description, but haven't yet. We'll put them in the description eventually. So we have a bunch of extra mods to add a little bit more life into the jungles in Minecraft. So we're going to be talking about specifically, mostly we're going to be talking about what's called New World jungles. So these are the American jungles. So Latin America and like Florida and sort of the subtropics down to the Amazon rainforest. We're going to be talking especially today about poison dart frogs, among some other cool little critters. There's a lot of bugs too that we added in that I really enjoy.
Very cool. All right. Well, before we leave the museum, I did want to tell you all a little bit of news about the museum. So this is something that doesn't happen very often, but tomorrow is the grand opening of a brand new portion of the museum that has been in the works for several years now. It is called the CQ Dino Lab, and it is on the first floor of the museum. Here, I'll show you where it's located. So this is a nature research center, and right here, this area right here is a brand new section of the museum called the CQ Dino Lab. And within that Dino Lab is a very special specimen, a very unique specimen. It is a fossil of a Triceratops and a Tyrannosaur together. And by the looks of the fossils, they may have had some kind of interactions. In fact, because of that, the name of those fossils is the dueling dinosaur fossils. So those fossils, but they're not just on exhibit for you to go look at. You can do that, but they're not so much on exhibit as they are inside of a lab that you can go into, almost go into. You can get really close to it, and it is open to the public. And the researchers are there, the scientists are there, and you can talk to them, and you can get within a few arms length of some of these specimens. And you can watch them being processed and excavated in person and talk to the experts there. So it's really exciting. And again, it's free to do that. So it's right in here, that space, which we need to flesh out with the exhibits on the inside. So that's happening tomorrow. We've had a ribbon cutting ceremony for it yesterday. You can see some of that online. And we've all been working towards that. In fact, this space here, the Viz Lab, I said it was a maker space. And so we've had to do a few things to help get ready for dueling dinosaurs. And one of the things that was asked was for many 3D prints. So we've been doing a lot of 3D printing lately. And the fun thing, that project I got to do, was to print a giant Tyrannosaurus skull and convert that into a giant pair of scissors that would then cut the ribbon, which I did. I don't have that though. I don't have it here, but I do have something very similar that I can show you. So if you could imagine this is a 3D printed Tyrannosaurus Rex skull I did a while ago. If you could imagine this 2-foot long pair of giant scissors inside, the mouth that opens and closes. That's what. And a bunch of other 3D prints. Did one fun 3D print. For any of you Monsterverse fans out there, I don't think I've showed this guy off before. Nice. Legendary Godzilla. Those were all printed on our newest printer, a Creality CR10 SE, which I've been very excited about because it is a very fast 3D printer using new technology. Well, anyways, I don't know how much you guys want to know about lab news, but if you'd like to know, if you like hearing about lab news, we can tell you about lab news each time. But that's something kind of fun. And so if you're in town, if you're in Raleigh this weekend or anytime in the future, you can come visit the Dueling Dinosaurs Lab to check them out. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and go to the jungle and do what we're going to do on our expedition. Are you there already, Audrey?
No, I just wandered off.
Okay. I'm going to teleport there. I have the exact coordinates. There. Okay, I'm there if you want to teleport to me.
Okay.
And as a reminder, and I will say this occasionally, if anybody has any questions about anything related to what we're doing or who we are, or about science, nature, technology, the environment, or about rainforests, enter them in the chat and we will answer you live. All right, Audrey. So, Audrey, do you like rainforests?
I love rainforests.
What do you like about rainforests?
My favorite thing about rainforests is that they are absolutely full of life. They are some of the most biodiverse biomes and ecosystems in the world. The only real comparable ecosystem would be a coral reef. So it's our sort of terrestrial coral reef. Everything you look at is absolutely full of living things. So every tree is not just a tree, it's covered in all of these other plants. So we've got our jungle trees here in Minecraft. Not really a specific kind of tree. As we often run into with Minecraft, they aren't the most scientifically accurate. But the jungle trees, they've got all of these vines growing off of them, and then we've added in some extra things like these the torch flowers here, which normally are only in the end, I think. I can't remember exactly where they are. They're not supposed to be in the overworld, but they look exactly like a real plant that grows on top of oops, I fell down. Thank goodness I'm still in creative. They look exactly like a real plant that lives in jungles, temperate jungles all the way down to the Amazon, called bromeliads. And they're a plant that grows on top of other plants. We also added in some orchids on the trees, and then as you can see, oh, I like your little caterpillar friend, Matt.
He's my friend now.
We've got this little poison dart frog here. We added in a mod called, what's it called? Poison owls? I don't remember.
Oh, I'll look it up. First I'm gonna grab
Pick
this.
your poison.
Pick your poison, that's right.
It was a pun of some kind. Yeah, pick your poison. And they added in these little dart frogs, a bunch of varieties of dart frogs. Dart frogs are a specific kind of
majestic.
They're frogs that are in the family Dendrobatidae. Not all of the dendrobatids or dart frogs are actually poisonous. Some of them are pretending, but they're essentially just small, really colorful little frogs in the American tropics. This one right here is called the phantom dart frog, which is a really cool name. And these guys are very rare compared to the other dart frogs in this game. So this one is actually quite endangered. But if you look around, you can see a bunch of other dart frogs sort of sitting on top of trees all around the jungle. And they really do like the trees. Not all dart frogs, some of them are more on the ground. They like to live in fallen logs and things like that, but the majority of dart frogs are tree dwellers. And you might wonder how a frog can live all the time in a tree, because they don't go down. It's not like our tree frogs. A lot of our tree frogs in North Carolina or in North America will lay their eggs in streams and ponds, and then they'll go back up into the trees. But these guys stay in the trees all the time, which means that they have to lay their eggs in some kind of water. And the water that they end up laying their eggs in is actually trapped in these little plants, these bromeliads, or on little puddles on leaves, things like that. And because it's a really small, tiny little puddle, they have to take care of their babies, because they can't just leave them to fend for themselves, because they're basically just sitting in like 2 tablespoons worth of water. and there's no food for them. So they have to go and catch food and give it to them, or even some of them, in fact, Ophega, the red and blue strawberry, this guy over here. Matt, if you follow me.
Ooh, a yellow one.
This guy right here,
Oh, look at him.
the strawberry tree frog, or strawberry dart frog, Ophega pumilio, is one of the dart frogs that will lay an unfertilized egg in order to feed it to their tadpoles, because there aren't enough insects that are coming into these little puddles, so they'll lay extra eggs for the babies.
That's brilliant.
There's also several other dart frogs, like Phyllobates over here.
And we can talk about them while we catch them too, I think.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
We've got a ton of them. So our goal today is to catch a whole bunch of dart frogs and take them back to our great big terrarium that we built over here. And as we are catching the dart frogs, we'll talk about the other animals that we have here in the jungle, and our dart frog specific.
Yes, we want to fill up our conservatory here with rainforest creatures. The Nature Exploration Center, which is the building attached to this one, you can use a sky bridge to go to it. Oh, look at them. They're so happy. Has a butterfly conservatory in it that has butterflies and also a sloth. And that's something you can visit as well when you visit the museum for free. Oh, they're just going to hang out there. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to go down to the ground. I'm going to get out of creative mode. And see what we can see and catch what we can catch. And talk about what we find and answer any questions you might have. Dunk. All right. Let's see here. So, Audrey, have you ever been to a rainforest?
I have. I've been to a couple rainforests. I've been to the Amazon rainforest 3 times.
We need to set up a bed.
Twice in Ecuador and once in Peru. And then I have been in rainforests that are technically rainforests in Florida. So the Everglades is a subtropical forest, and is kind of a rainforest. And then also Trinidad. I've been in rainforests in Trinidad. And I lived in a rainforest in the Amazon for a good while in Ecuador, with in a eco research station called Zanja Arajuno. If you speak Spanish and are interested in going to the Amazon, I highly recommend going to Zanja. They're amazing people. And you get to see all sorts of cool stuff.
I'm very jealous. I'm setting up a nice little bed area here for all the times that I end up dying.
Yeah, when we end up dying. I forgot about that.
And it needs to be a respawn point too. So this looks cozy to me.
I like the green bed.
Okay. Oh, I'm actually sleeping. Okay. All right, that's good enough.
Yeah, it's starting to get dusk.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Rats. Okay, well, I'm going to change that because that's just too soon.
But
I'm set Nope.
once it does get dusk again, we'll see the fireflies, which we also added in.
Yes.
Which
So
fireflies are really cool for a lot of different reasons, but one of the reasons is that they only live in the Americas. So there are no fireflies elsewhere in the world, as far as I know. Am I wrong?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think that Japan
Does
has
Japan have
fireflies.
Hold on,
I
let me
believe so.
Google it.
And I believe they're the kind that sync up their flashing. Could be wrong.
You're right.
How is it that I'm already starting with only 4 hearts?
Did you fall?
No, I've done nothing. I'm already doing very poorly. Oh well.
Do you have any food or anything?
No, that's fine. I'm sure I'll find food out here. They're predators that leave behind things. Can I eat the cacao?
I think
You have to process
so. You
it.
might be able to just eat cocoa beans, but I'm not sure.
Let's see here. What do? Do I hit it? No. Can't just punch it. Hey, frog. Oh, there's a boar. Are you going to be aggressive? So, wild boars. So in real life, if you came upon a wild boar in the forest, rainforest, or any forest, you do not want to get close. You want to stay far, far away because they are very, very dangerous, as I explained in one of the previous episodes. Because they do not want you near them. They do not want you near their group because they see you as a threat, and they can be very big and very, very strong. And they're going to protect their group. So if you see them or you see evidence of them, they'll rut the ground and dig it up, and then you do not want to be near them. He wants to go into our conservatory. I wonder if I could grab him and put him in there.
In the Amazon, the type of boar you would find is called a peccary. And
yes,
they
that's
aren't
right.
that big, but they group up and are extremely aggressive.
Oh, really?
So
Come
they
on,
will
fella.
attack you, even though they are not that big.
Wow. Did one fight you?
No one has fought me in.
No.
Wait, is that true? I've been bit by snakes. I don't
What
know
about
if
the
that
monkeys?
counts.
Yeah, I guess. What about monkeys?
Monkeys can be really aggressive.
Right. You didn't
but-
fight a monkey?
But the monkeys that I
Right.
interacted with were mostly pretty nice.
Okay.
There was one
get
one
in
monkey
here.
that I met
Come on, do
who
it.
did not like people very much. But I just tried to stay away from him.
All right.
He was really big too.
The boars in this game are not aggressive. Oh, maybe I can just push them through. Is it too narrow? Get in there. Get in there. You belong to us now. Get in there. Get in there. Go.
I found an armadillo.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we need the armadillo. Get in there. Get in there. We need double doors.
Yeah, I was thinking about making double doors before we started.
I'm gonna jump into creative so I can give us double doors. This creative. Nope.
So wild boar, in North America, if you run into wild boar, they're usually really big and they've got those big tusks and they're very scary. Peccary are not nearly as big.
Perfect.
They're more like the size of a potbelly pig.
Yeah, they're cute.
They're really cute, but they are also really aggressive. And if you get stomped by a ton of them, then
sure.
you'll have
Sure.
a problem.
Sure. Oh, their tiny little hooves
Yes.
add up. Oh, I'll grab this little fellow. Oh, can I leash a beetle? Or maybe that's an ant. Well, can I leash these guys? Yes, I can. I threw a leash on, I think it's supposed to be an ant. Okay, so
You can
lots of
also
ants.
pick up the ants if you want to. If you right click
Oh,
on them.
oh, I can?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, I've already leashed this one. Rainforests have ants. And before you get into that, because I know you can quite a bit, I just want to say that one of my favorite living exhibits here at the museum has ants.
Our acacia ant exhibit.
Yes. We have a little acacia bush, and it has, over who knows how long, has evolved a symbiotic relationship with a species of ant that will live inside parts of it, and meanwhile it will create well, they're like little nodules on the leaves, aren't they,
Mm-hmm.
that are packed with nutrients, and the ants will harvest them, and meanwhile they'll help protect the plant. Just really cool.
There are a couple of ants that do that. There's another ant that lives in, oh gosh,
No, get back here.
what's I can't
Get back in
remember.
there.
I can't remember what the English common name is, but it's like the devil's walking stick or something like that.
Oh, sure.
And it's this really thorny plant that that the ants will go in and they'll set up shop in this inside of the plant, and then they will destroy all plants that are trying to outcompete the devil's walking stick. So so when you see it in the wild, there is like a 10-foot radius around it that is barren because these ants have killed all of the plants.
Yikes. That's nuts. So one of the other really probably the most, I think maybe one of the most famous ants that most people know about in rainforests would probably be the leafcutter ants. We do not have any leafcutter ants here at this museum. However, the museum in Durham,
Museum of Life and Science.
Museum of Life and Science, has a really cool exhibit with leafcutter ants, and you can watch them cut up leaves and carry them into their colony, where they put them in special chambers that allows them, and where they allow them to ferment, and I believe then they eat the fungus that ends up growing on those leaves. And they're really cool because the little ants will cut off little pieces of leaves. The big ants will cut off bigger pieces of leaves, and sometimes the little ants will ride on the pieces of leaves while the big ants are carrying them. They're really cool to watch. Really, really cool. So the beetle that I just brought in here, I guess it's some type. I guess it's a rhinoceros beetle.
There's rhinoceros beetles, stag beetles, and
That guy.
I think I have some jade beetles.
Don't hide.
Oh, I fell in a hole.
Oh no. So the rhinoceros beetle, like many beetles, pretty much any beetle you see with a big, no, I just put you in there. Left the door open apparently. A rhinoceros beetle will use its big appendage there on the front to battle other males with. So if like they came upon each other in a tree, for example, one would flip the other to the ground if there's a female nearby and they're trying to mate with it. Oh, it's starting to get dark.
Ooh, I caught a milk snake.
Haven't slept in so long, but the good luck to the what are they? I always forget what they're
Phantoms.
called. To the phantoms getting me through these trees. Good luck. Okay, so I need to dual wield a light and a lead. There we go. Beetles are really cool. They are the most successful insect, and I think they may be one of the most successful um, land animals. And that is because, I mean, you think about how successful insects are. Well, what's special about the beetle? What's special about the beetle is that they found a way to have wings which allow them to fly anywhere, but also then protect those wings with a hard case. That's what makes a beetle. The the main distinguishing difference between beetles and other insects is that they have a protective shell that covers their delicate wings. What's over
Lightning
here?
bugs, or fireflies, or lightning bugs are also beetles.
Yeah.
Look like flies.
We have lots of good beetles here in North Carolina,
One of
like
my
fireflies,
favorites is the
ladybugs.
Hercules beetle.
Oh, sure, they're in this game somewhere.
I think so. And I know
Yep.
the I have never found a
Ooh.
live Hercules beetle in North Carolina, although they are native here. But I've
What do you
found
mean they're native
they're
here?
native here. I've found a dead body of a Hercules beetle. That's the Weta. But yeah, the Hercules beetle is it's the sort of like light brown speckledy, but like really big.
Okay, yeah. Well, yes, they're still alarmingly large.
Yes, they're very big.
I did not know they were here. That's amazing. And
We
what
also-
did you say the biggest?
The Weta, Weta, they live in New Zealand.
Oh, I was gonna say like Weta Workshop.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that thing?
Yeah,
That's a beetle?
I think so. It might not be a beetle.
A giant flightless cricket.
Okay.
It is very big.
Like the
Okay.
like the stick bugs, which are also
Oh, I'm not in
related
Survivor
to
game mode.
crickets.
That's why I haven't died yet. I was wondering why I wasn't dead yet. Okay, now I'm in Survivor with my 4 pathetic hearts. Okay, this will be great. I feel like we probably have that one.
The other ant that you may have heard of in the jungle is the bullet ant.
I'll
which
grab a
is
snail. Ooh, yeah.
notoriously, notoriously dangerous in that its sting is really, really
Oh,
strong.
nuts.
It hurts really bad. I have not been
Ooh.
stung by a
Oh,
bullet
shoot.
ant, but I have met
Nope.
many bullet
Nope,
ants.
nope, 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 nope.
Because I'm not
Oh,
stupid,
rats.
I did not antagonize the bullet ant. Although many
Oh,
people
rats.
that I was around did antagonize the bullet ants.
I
Oh,
threw my only light at the zombie that was chasing me.
what?
I threw my only light at the zombie that was chasing
I
me.
have a
That worked
I
great.
forgot-
Ooh,
oh,
a
I
green
died.
frog.
I died as soon as I
you
remembered
did?
that I
Oh.
had a sword.
No. Okay. Ooh. Well, at least I have my hearts back. But now my lead is gone. I'm going to have to make a stash of leads near the bed. Game mode. Creative.
Oh, I was going to talk about bromeliads a little bit too. So
Yeah.
bromeliads are what's called epiphytic plants, and those
Yes,
are plants that grow
epiphytic.
on other things, on other kinds of plants.
Mhm.
One of the man, I barely survived that. Okay, I'm gonna go stand over here by the beacon where of regeneration. What was I talking about? Oh, epiphytes, epiphytic
Epiphytes.
plants. So orchids are also epiphytic plants. Another epiphytic plant is a lot of different kinds of ferns, like the bird's nest fern, staghorn ferns, which are not technically ferns, but those big, crazy plants that you'll see growing on trees in like Florida.
Spanish moss.
Spanish moss is also
Yep.
a bromeliad. It's a type of bromeliad.
Yep. I think a pineapple is as well.
Yes, it is. Spanish moss is one of my favorite
Yeah.
bromeliads. They are actually air plants. So they are
Yeah.
the same genus as air plants. They're a community of air plants that are all stretched out and stuck together.
How does this work? There we go. Okay. Okay. Wait, where'd it go? How do I... Oh, I didn't finish doing this. Ah, I just destroyed the chest. That's great. Cool. Doing great.
And there's another epiphytic plant that is
There.
also a carnivorous plant. And this is an Asian carnivorous plant called Nepenthes, which is the arboreal. I guess they're called arboreal. I don't know, but they live in trees.
Sure, why not?
Can you call a plant arboreal?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know, but Nepenthes are pitcher plants that live in trees, and they are an epiphytic carnivorous plant. A lot like our pitcher plants, except they grow on these little vines that hang down.
Yeah, okay, you can call it a boreal.
Cool.
And I don't remember if you said a plant that is an epiphyte is a plant that lives on another plant, but also doesn't cause any harm.
Yes.
At least not directly. Spanish moss can bring down branches, but it's not trying to. It's not its fault.
Yeah. So unlike a ficus or a strangler fig, it is not a parasitic plant.
Yeah.
Oh, we started the stream late.
Yeah, we did. Let's see. Game mode. Survive. Okay, now... Oh. Survival. Okay, alright. Now... No, where'd my things go? My leads. I lost my leads. Creative. I thought I put them down there. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you can't leash the iguanas.
Oh, really? I thought I had before. Oh, I guess not. All right.
You can leash the
stinks.
lizards and the geckos, but not the iguanas. The non-specific lizards.
Yeah. The generic lizard. Oh, well, I'm being hit already? That took like 1 second. Okay. Oh no. That's a big... I don't remember that cliff there. There's a pitcher plant. Yes, I don't think we have a Nepenthes here at this museum. We do have pitcher plants, various pitcher plants. The famous one that's easy to buy, Purpurea Saracena,
Yeah,
or something
Sarracenia.
like that. But again, at the Durham Museum of Life and Science, they do have Nepenthes inside of their... They have a very big butterfly conservatory, and they have Nepenthes in there, so you can see them live there.
There were some Nepenthes in backup when I was working with the frogs in backup. We had a couple of Nepenthes in their terrariums with them.
Hey, buddy.
But I
what's
don't
that?
think we
Oh,
have
snail.
had them on exhibit in a long time.
What's that? It's a little bird. I'm not going to get a regular bird. If I find a parrot, I'll grab a parrot. Oh, I see a parrot. Let's see, should I grab the frog or the parrot? I guess I could do both. Oh, an anteater. You're mine. Okay, let's go. Let's go, friends.
I added the anteaters in, despite the fact that the anteaters do not live in this exact environment with all of these other animals, but I just really like anteaters, so
Sure.
I wanted to add them in.
Our world, our rules.
Exactly.
Leave
is
your
our
hate in the
zoo.
comments.
We get to decide.
And so the two of the mods that are giving us these amps are the Naturalist mod and the Wildlife mod.
Well, the wildlife mod has a more specific name. What's it called? It's somebody's wildlife.
Yeah, it's somebody's name. We'll after the stream, I'll put it in the comments.
So we've got pick your poison, wildlife,
Oh, pick your
naturalist.
poison, yeah.
Oh, and we also have a an aquatic, mostly marine animal mod, but we aren't doing anything marine right now, so
Yeah.
we won't be.
Though I did put, oh, look at that little guy there. I did put some beta fish into this little pond, which are really cool fish that I think you'd find in rainforests. They live in black water.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
they
seems likely
survive well, and they would be like not in like a stream, but you'd find them in like a pool. They do not need a lot of, you fell off some vines. They do not need a high oxygen environment. They're able to survive in low oxygen environments. So that would be like stagnant water. Let's see what else we can find here. Two of the beetles in North Carolina that I like are the easiest to find ones that you'll find underneath any big rotting log is the best beetle. That's a really fun beetle. It's a big black beetle that's just very chill. What's this guy doing?
My favorite. Oh
Is that
wait,
a
say your second
snake?
favorite because I don't want to steal it from you.
I was gonna say click beetle.
Yes, I was gonna say click beetle.
Yeah, they can get big.
They're big and they're so
Really big.
dramatic looking. So a
This is a
click beetle,
snake?
they have these really bright
It's a
white
snake.
eye spots.
Yeah,
And
when they get big enough.
when they get big enough, and once they're
Come on.
once they are no longer larvae, they do this thing where they click and spring up, kind of like I don't know how to describe that. It's almost like an instrument, like a musical instrument.
Oh wow, so it was asleep. So that's interesting. I came upon a snake and it was just all coiled up, and I had it leashed for a long time. It's a really great snake. I think this must be the Naturalist mod, but it has since uncoiled and it flicks its tongue and everything.
Oh, that's great. What color is it?
Good details, like golden color kind of. It's really good. North Carolina has a lot of snakes as well. A lot of reptiles and amphibians. One of my favorite snakes that most people probably haven't heard of is one that I have absolutely everywhere on my property, and that is the worm snake. And it is a tiny little snake the size of a worm. It lives in the underground or under leaf piles. And I could find a worm snake in 5 minutes at any given time. And they're completely harmless. They kind of look like worms. They have a pink belly. They're great. They're literally as long and as thick as a worm.
And they also kind of look like they're smiling all the time.
That's true.
Okay, I'm so lost. I have no idea where we are or where I am.
Do we have blue frogs in the conservatory already?
I think I have one, maybe. Okay. That would be Dendrobates tinctorius. I don't know what the common name for tinctorius is.
Do we have a tortoise?
We do not have a tortoise.
Oh, okay. I found a tortoise, and as I came across the tortoise, it closed up into its shell.
That's amazing.
Which,
I didn't know they did that. That's great.
Yeah, it does. But I can still drag it.
So most of the
where do I go?
Turtles that you think of when you think of the rainforest are going to be freshwater turtles like sorry, I got distracted there.
Need to catch a snail for Jimbo. He saw a snail and I didn't catch it, and I feel bad. Next time I see a snail, I'll catch it. Oh, I saw you.
But
I
there's
saw that.
there are a couple of tortoises that live in rainforests as well, and one of the
Bumpy
more
ride.
famous
Rats. Get back here.
famous
Oh.
turtles is the Asian box turtles. There's
Asian
several
box
different
turtle.
kinds of Asian box turtles that live in the rainforests, in Asian rainforests, specifically in China, that are a lot like our box turtles. They really look a whole lot like the Eastern box turtle. But they have really beautiful markings on their bellies.
Nice.
Unfortunately, they're really extremely endangered,
Oh.
largely due to hunting,
Oh.
because they're
Food item.
eaten a lot, and they also ooh, I've left the jungle. That's what's happened.
Come on, turtle. Let's go.
How did I do this? Where am I?
Audrey, what's the difference between a turtle and a tortoise?
There isn't one.
Okay.
Technically, there is a semantic difference. So the semantic difference is that tortoises
This way.
have their their legs sort of positioned under them, directly under their bodies, vertically, whereas turtles have their legs sort of spread out.
They're wide stance.
Yeah. So tortoises are usually more terrestrial, and then turtles are more aquatic. But in terms of actual taxonomy, there is not a meaningful difference between the two. So we call our box turtles, although they're technically, if you want to call them something, you would call them a tortoise.
Get back in there. Get back in there. There we go. Yes, we have 2 box turtles that live in our greenhouse. That is their terrarium. Very happy there.
Ooh, I found a chameleon.
What's happening into the boar? Oh, that was just a shader. Okay. That looked weird. Oh, you caught it. You put a snake in here.
Mhm.
Okay. Which one is it?
I think I put 2 snakes in there.
I can't tell. I can't see the colors fast enough. My brain doesn't work that well.
We've
Red
got
and yellow. Okay, milk snake.
Yeah. We've got
No, stop escaping. That anteater just ran for the exit. No, you live here now. Come on, there's an ant in there. You could eat it. Oh, rats. Okay. And then...
I'm trying to chase this chameleon, but it...
Oh, a chameleon. Cool.
There we go. Got it. Now that I can find our terrarium.
Yeah, good luck.
I have no idea where it is.
I just keep looking for the sky beam.
Well, just like in the real jungle,
Ooh, iguana.
the
Yeah, I can leash it.
trees are pretty, You can leash it?
Yes.
Awesome.
I don't know if we have more than one iguana, but this one
No,
can.
I have not been successful in getting an iguana, so...
Iguanas are a very successful reptile that's able to acclimate to new environments pretty well if there's enough food. Like Florida is a famous example. They're not native to Florida. However, they do very well in Florida and are doing very well in Florida. You'll see them. Boy, I'm too far. I'm not going to survive this journey. Can I jump that high? No. You will see them. They're very chill creatures, especially if they're around humans frequently, like at... Ooh, a monarch. You're mine. they get used to humans pretty easily, as long as the humans aren't harming them, and then they're unbothered.
They can get really big too.
They can, like 6 feet long, big. They're vegetarians, which is good. But they can inflict a powerful bite, and they have a tail that can inflict a powerful whip. And they can break off their tail, and they can grow back their tail.
I didn't know that.
They can, yeah. I had a green iguana growing up, and for many years, I had that iguana for, I don't know, maybe 20 years.
Wow. That's a happy iguana.
He was a big boy, and he had a big terrarium. Not a pet that everyone should have. Let's see here. But to
Oh,
a
there's the beacon. I finally found it.
12-year-old boy, it was the perfect pet. This one, anyway. Come on, before something gets me. Come on. Come on.
Oh, I lost my frog, but I do have the chameleon at least.
You'll see iguanas in the news sometimes, because in Florida at least, because every once in a while there'll be a cold snap in Florida, and it will stun the iguanas. And the iguanas, if they are resting in trees when a cold snap happens, then sometimes they fall out of the trees. And oftentimes they're fine, but they're not moving much, so people assume that they're dead. So everyone is warned to leave them alone. Oh no. No. Can I defeat you with a lead? I don't know.
Probably not.
I'm about to find out. I don't think so. I don't want to lose these guys. I just want to get in the... Do I even have anyone? I do. See if I can get in there in time. Oh, I still have them. That anteater's right at the door. Go away. No. No. Stop trying to run out. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Are they in there? I think they're in there. Okay. And I'm safe.
At least
I don't know.
Still have the chameleon.
I survived that with half a heart.
Wow. Well done.
Whew. Okay. Monarch just crashed in front of me onto the ground. That was
Butterflies will just do that, even in real life.
We should have planted... they're like apple trees. We should have put food in here.
There are no apple trees. Oak
You have an
trees
arrow in your leg. You have 2 arrows in your legs. You're walking around. Do I have arrows?
Oh, you're absolutely covered in arrows. Hit F5. I think you have 3.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing great. This is like an episode of, what is it, Lost or something? No, Taken. Right? It's kind of what I look like here. This is great. Is there anything in here I can eat?
Well, they can eat the plants, but I think they don't need to. I mean, Minecraft-wise, they don't need to eat.
No. That I can eat.
Oh, that you can eat? No.
No. Okay. All right. I
don't see anything.
I'm just gonna roll with half a heart.
You could try eating the cacao. Actually, I think I have some apples. Do you want? Yeah, I have a couple.
Could I have one, please? Just one.
A previous adventure. Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, that's more than enough. Thank you. Excellent. Okay, now I'll be all right. Ooh, it's enchanted. You know, I need to find a capybara. Then I'd be fine.
Oh, I found one.
Did you?
I did, but then I lost it when I died.
Oh, no. Oh, that snake is climbing the door. Cool. Go away. No.
I wonder if you can eat the cocoa.
All right. We've got about 10 more minutes, but I say we just keep doing this.
Okay. Eventually we plan on making a field station.
Yes.
In this jungle, in addition to our conservatory.
Yes, the museum in real life would love to have a field station in a rainforest, and we could make that happen here at least. Let's see what I can find. Another iguana. No. Oh. Nope. Another iguana. Nope. Leave me alone. I think I outran that fellow. What am I gonna find? I already got that beetle. Oh, what's fighting me? I don't know. I have not been to I've not been to a tropical rainforest. I have been to a temperate rainforest, the Hoh National Rainforest in Washington, and then that is a rainforest that is full of a lot of old trees and rotting logs and moss. Lots of moss and ferns everywhere. It is amazing. So rainforests, because of all the rain, they're constantly washing out the nutrients in the ground into streams. And then those streams eventually empty out into the ocean. You know, if they're connected, if it's the Amazon, then yes, it's eventually going to go to the ocean, and then that fertilizes the ocean, and plankton are happy about it and everything like that. But that also means that, well, where do they get their nutrients from? How do they replenish their nutrients? It's constantly raining. Well, that nutrient replenishment, a lot of it comes from, it all comes from, no, two places. Important. Hold on. So there are two important places where rainforests will stick with the Amazon, get their nutrients from. One is dead and decaying plants and animals and insects, but mostly probably plants and insects. And so if you are to clear cut a rainforest and it doesn't have those, if you don't have those, I'm so lost. If you don't have those plants anymore, if you don't have those trees anymore, then the ground is going to become more and more barren and devoid of nutrients. The other one that most people don't know about, the other source of nutrients, is the Sahara Desert, Africa. The winds in Africa pick up the organics from the soil and anything else light enough to be carried in the air, and they travel across the ocean every year and then rain out into the rainforest, into the Amazon. Now, sometimes there are years when there isn't enough of that, and then the Amazon doesn't get the nutrients it needs. Sometimes it gets too much. A very delicate balance that's necessary to keep the ecosystems healthy.
One of the nutrients that you don't often think about, but is actually pretty tough to find in the Amazon, is salt.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say.
Amazon is a very salt-poor ecosystem. And so there are many insects that rely on the salt in mammal sweat. So that's where we get things like sweat bees. Among other insects. And if you are in a salt poor environment like that, you might find yourself being covered in butterflies because you're sweating all of this salt for them, and they smell it and they're like, oh, thank God. You'll also find butterflies and a lot of other animals hanging out in along like clay banks where there are salt deposits along the streams and rivers. And a lot of that salt does in fact come from the Sahara.
There are satellites whose entire purpose is to track these things in the air, these aerosols. It's over there. You are gone. Stop it. Stop it. You're done. You're on fire. Stop it. Goodness. Where's my friend? There it is. Okay. I have found a very special rainforest creature. I'm trying to make it back to the conservatory. And then it'll be my final edition for this episode. So if anyone watching has any questions they'd like to ask about rainforests or science or nature or the environment or technology, this is your time. Then after this, we'll take a quick jaunt to the museum. Show you that one more time. We're not going to work on the museum today, however. Oh boy. Where is it? It's over there. I'm so far away. Oh, a glass wing. That's cool. So do you know how the glass wing works? Does the clear part have scales as well? The wings?
No, the clear part does not have scales. It's more like
some kind of
like
membrane.
Fly wings or bee wings or beetle wings. But there are scales on portions of the glass wing, and then there's also types of glass wings that are like kind of bluish, have these sort of iridescent tints, but are primarily see-through.
Oh, a cricket.
And those have just like a lower density of scales along their wings.
Why can't I? I don't know how to do this. Okay.
Why are the bugs so fast?
They are very fast.
The snails especially are
What
extremely
is fighting
fast.
me? All right. So this has been a challenging acquisition because the creature that I am bringing in has been constantly attacking me.
What do you have?
Constantly. One of your eels.
Oh my gosh.
And the entire time it's been electrocuting me, apparently. And it's still... Stop. I'm going to die because of your eel. Close the door. There, it's in there. I have half a heart left. So this is one of Audrey's creations. Abominations.
My abominations, yeah.
That was close. It's just sitting there, just waiting for me. Just waiting for me. I didn't even use my sword. I could have. Oh, the anteater got out.
So I have a couple of mobs and entities from
Back in there.
our own
Back in there.
our own mod pack
My gosh.
or mod that we've been building.
There.
And one of those is an electric eel, which was more of a proof of concept, but now they're absolutely everywhere. And are
Ah, no.
very
Stop it.
aggressive.
Stop it. Stop it. I just wanted to let go of the anteater. No, stop attacking me. Come on, guys. Get in here. All the way to the back. All the way to the back.
Oh, I found a hamster.
Oh, you did? Cool.
Why is there a hamster?
Ah, why not? Everyone likes a hamster. Well, that... Oh, yep, it killed me. Your eel. I couldn't take it. But I think that the conservatory is left open, so I think everything's escaping.
Okay, I will... I don't know where I am.
It's all right. I'm
I do
gonna
want to
close it up
put
here.
this hamster in.
There. Okay.
I can figure out where
Whew.
conservatory is.
Well, that was successful, I think.
I thought
we've
I
got
had
the
made it so that they
butterflies.
couldn't attack anymore, but apparently
Well.
I did not. They just don't have the animation for the electric shock anymore.
Did they at one point?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Look at that. I'm pretty proud of what we've done. We'll return to this one for sure.
Yeah.
Endless topics to talk about when it comes to rainforests.
Back hamster. Back hamster.
Do you have something that you're bringing?
Yeah, I found a hamster, but I can't catch it. I accidentally put it down, and now I can't find it.
Oh, okay. You set it on the ground.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like when a little kid leaves the hamster cage door open.
Yeah. Just bolted. What's on top here? Oh, hey, there's 2 snakes on top of the conservatory. That's great.
We might do another gathering of creatures for the conservatory. Because I did want to have a coral snake as well, but I haven't found another one.
Yeah, so we did not we definitely did not get all the creatures that we have in this game that would be appropriate for this.
But when we
this
set up
exhibit.
our field station, I think we should set it up near here, near this conservatory.
I agree, and we had talked about putting it into a tree. There are some really tall trees near us, near this spot. So that would be great. We could even just make them taller too. Probably what we'd want to do. Really tall one. Look at all these guys up here. That's great. I meant to climb a tree. Okay, but we need to wrap this stream up. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the museum. I need to get the location here. I'm just copying some numbers. 900, that's the number. Okay, ooh, let's see here. That's how I did, it happened again. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Now watch this, watch this. That's so great. Okay, I will not be changing that. All right, so this is, oh, little beetle got in here. So this is inside of the Nature Research Center. This particular floor, this is a top floor of it. This is one that does not have exhibits, but the rest of the floors do have exhibits, and it's really, really cool. It's a world-class building. Many of the walls are made out of glass, so you can see in from the outside, but also when you're inside, you can see into the... Fighting me? Oh, that's you. You can see into the labs themselves. Here's the Viz Lab right here. There's one of our 3D printers. Audrey made that within using Blockbench. Use Blockbench for that. And I think the eel as well. There are a bunch of labs, research labs and education labs like this one, the Viz Lab, but also the Investigate Lab. Several floors of this. Boom. There's a whale skeleton. We have one whale skeleton in this building. The other building, the Nature Exploration Center, has several whale skeletons, including a sperm whale and a blue whale skeleton that you can walk underneath. It's amazing. That's the Nature Research Center. I'll fly over here to the Nature Exploration Center. And we're building these using the actual blueprints at 1-to-1 scale. So we know that each block in Minecraft is supposed to be a meter cube in real life. And so we're using that with the blueprints to make everything as accurate as possible inside and out. Here, I'll show you a picture of the building in real life so that you have an idea of where we're coming from here. Let's see here. There we go. So there's a Nature Research Center on the top left-hand corner. The top right is the Nature Exploration Center, and then you can see pictures of the insides there. Here. All right. So let's go ahead and end this stream. Thank you, everyone who is watching today or any time in the future. for joining us on this. If you have any questions about anything, I think I see you inside the building there, Audrey. If you have any questions about anything, please leave them in the comments section. We will keep an eye on that. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you again. This is Museum Makers Live, coming to you live from the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. We hope that you have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Right, bye, y'all.
Later. Let's see, do this, and then this.